put an end to everything, as what transpired in that Atlanta courtroom may rank among the most startling celebrity incidents in recent memory. Although cameras weren't meant to capture it, the tape somehow slipped, and Tiny broke down when she heard it. She sobbed, yelled, and shook so violently that the judge briefly halted. The cause of purportedly leaked audio recordings that revealed T.I. and Shekinah's covert liaison. Although the tapes weren't intended for public consumption, they managed to come to light just before Tiny's testimony. It seemed like someone was trying to make fun of her at the right moment. Some believe it to be treachery. Some refer to it as a setup. The damage was severe in any case. The courtroom went hushed as the recordings began to play. The woman's voice was obviously Shekinah, Tiny's longtime friend, and you could hear T.I. smiling and mumbling things that a spouse shouldn't say to another woman. People let out a gasp. "You embarrassed me in front of the whole world," Tiny cried as she stood motionless. Shekinah and I had long been the subject of rumors, but now there was evidence. According to insiders, they had remained close for years even when Tiny was on reality shows. During a studio session that wasn't related to music, one assistant allegedly barged in on them. They denied everything at the time, but when evidence surfaces, denial is ineffective. The internet went crazy. Within hours, hashtags like "a hussy at Shekinah" and "justice for Tiny" became popular. Supporters quarreled. While some accused Shekinah, others blamed T.I. Tiny's suffering was genuine even though social media made it into a circus. While reporters pressed for updates, a court employee said something unsettling. The audio revealed more than just flirting. T.I., Shekinah, and I were seen making fun of Tiny while figuring out how to keep her in the dark. What had begun as rumors had turned into evidence of treachery. And it was only heartache for Tiny. It was humiliation in public. Let the world see you. Live. Things quickly went south after the secret recordings were posted online. In order to demonstrate that Shekinah was close by, bloggers started linking every dot they could discover, even matching reflections in T.I. sunglasses from old pictures. According to a widely shared X thread, the new tape's little laugh matched one from a 2018 live stream. It made little difference if that AI comparison was accurate or not. People were captivated. Memes of Tiny sobbing next to glittery, altered courtroom cartoons abound in comment sections. Once again, a woman's sadness was transformed into entertainment by the internet. But this time, Tiny's supporters weren't keeping quiet. Tiny intended to sue everyone involved in the file breach, according to her relative who spoke to a YouTuber. She is accused of saying, "They used me for headlines. I'll return to using the headlines now." The hashtag Team Tiny became viral on social media in a matter of hours. As a show of support, fans changed their profile photos to her emotional screenshots. T.I. attempted to remain composed in the meantime. He said, "Focus on legacy, not lies," as the caption for a black and white selfie. But fans noticed something. For the first time in months, he disabled his comments. That stillness did more than any caption could convey. Bloggers accused his own label of undermining his new deal and said sources told them that I was angry. Some even claimed that he placed the blame on Tiny, claiming that she shared the footage out of pity. Consider that. After being discovered cheating, the man accused his wife of manipulating it to get notoriety. It was Shekinah's turn next. She sobbed as she went live on Instagram, claiming that the tapes had been altered to ruin my life. But she acknowledged in the same sentence that she had spent time with T.I. since Tiny had asked her to see how he was doing. The audience didn't believe it. Clown emojis abound in comments, yet no one really looks. Celebrities became subtweeting phrases like, "Never trust your friend around your man" by midnight. The controversy turned into a fury. According to a stylist who had worked with Tiny, Shekinah wasn't the only woman who chatted excessively. She had even referred to herself as the real Mrs. Hustle, according to rumors. Tiny's disregard for those old DMs and warnings turned out to be evidence that she ought to have paid attention. Next came fictitious invoices, Uber logs, hotel reservations, and screenshots of purportedly exchanged texts between Shekinah and T.I.
Whether they were real or not, they had enough realism to keep viewers interested in the drama. The controversy quickly devolved into a soap opera when AI voice clones began to surface on YouTube. The legal modifications followed. According to a fabricated report, the FBI became involved after someone attempted to sell the entire set of tapes for 6 figures. The tale went viral even though it was probably untrue. Supporters referred to it as Tipgate and said the issue was sparked by money laundering secrets. Tiny's sadness was made public in the interim. She was photographed at night wearing sunglasses. Her finger is ringless. Her lost ring served as a symbol and evidence that her marriage was over. Alleged leaks such as phony NDAs and AI-generated voicemails from Shekinah expressing regret were all over gossip pages. Every new post promoted the same narrative, but no one understood what was real anymore. Betrayal cells are present throughout. I was largely silent. Upon being asked to remark by a reporter, he simply grinned and replied, "I'm focused on music." Fans perceived haughtiness. He referred to it as professionalism. Karma, however, moved quickly. Tiny's relationship with a TV brand he helped create was abruptly severed. Deals were halted by sponsors, and reports of millions of dollars being lost began to circulate. For small supporters, it was justice. At last, she was being recognized as more than just T.I.'s wife. She was the woman who, although humbled, maintained her dignity. She used quiet as a weapon. Then everyone was astonished by the turn of events. A device registered under T.I.'s own management firm was purportedly the source of the leak, according to Tiny's private investigator. Worse yet, weeks prior, the same gadget had accessed Shekinah's email. Many believed it demonstrated that they were both involved in the tape leak. Shekinah wrote, "I didn't leak anything in response to criticism on the internet. My heart is known to God." After 10 minutes, the post vanished. A statement was released by Tiny staff. Every next discussion will happen in court. Everything changed with that one line. T.I.'s reputation began to deteriorate. His songs were taken off the radio. Sponsors withdrew. Shekinah made an effort to improve her reputation through interviews, but her credibility was totally destroyed when she made a mistake and mentioned a moment that was not in the public leak. Tiny didn't say anything until the next morning. "Healing looks good on us," she said as the caption for a photo she shared of herself and her children. Just peace, no shade, no hashtags. The internet exploded. On her page, that one post ended up becoming the most liked image. Tiny had transformed from heartbroken to famous by the time everything was said and done. Shekinah supporters disappeared, TIS's music failed, and her brand deals ended. On Tiny, The Truth Behind the Hustle was the title of the documentary that Tiny was allegedly working on. Everybody was eager to see it. It was dubbed her redemption arc by fans. And additionally, the narrative wasn't about a scandal for once. It had to do with strength, because Tiny didn't just simply make it through the chaos in the end. She made power out of it. She was suddenly supported by the same internet that had previously made fun of her. And those who believed they could quiet her ended up being the cautionary story. The lesson was obvious.